Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Isaac and I'm super excited about today's video. And if you're joining me for the first time, you are welcome. Please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button below. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. Alright, so today's video I will be talking about stop dating yourself. Don't assume. The topic is kind of funny, but if you are a lady that often asks yourself questions when you are probably kind of in a relationship, I use the word kind of, I'll get to it during the course of this video. But if you're somebody that is always unsure of whether you are in a relationship with somebody, so disclaimer, I'm not a relationship expert. However, I've had some experiences. I thought it was nice for me to share my experience or my thoughts about this. Stop dating yourself. What do I mean by that? So there was a time when I was in school, one of those days when the lecturer was not yet in class. I had a conversation. I was with my course mates in the class and we just jumped, into one gist, started gisting. I had like two guys in the group and they were like very good buddies. So I asked them, how many girlfriends do you have? So one of them's response really shook me because we had a long conversation before then, which I would spare you guys. I just want to hit on the point where I got concerned, which has also kind of inspired this video. And his response actually blew me away. Alright, wait for it. So he said, I have just one girlfriend that I love so much and I don't joke with her. But I know that there are two other girls that are dating me that I'm not dating. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, what did I just hear? S'il vous plaît, monsieur, répétez encore. Please, can you come again? He was like, I'm serious. So here is what he said to back his point up. So I'm like, excuse you, what did you just say? He said, yeah, I have two other girls that are dating me that I'm not dating. I'm like, please explain. So he said, those girls, he's not giving them as much attention like he's giving his girlfriend. Like he's not giving them that full, attention of a boyfriend, but they're still hanging around him and he doesn't want to hurt their feelings. Do you understand? And he doesn't want to push them away. So he's just kind of like managing the situation. Managing the situation, really? Oh my god. So he went on to say, that he's just trying to manage the situation because he doesn't want to hurt their feelings and he doesn't want to make them feel bad by telling them he doesn't like them. So he's just trying to manage. So he was managing the situation, in quote, managing the girls. Excuse me. Alright, so that wasn't enough. Recently I met a friend. So this guy was always having like different girls around. I saw him, having different girls in his life. So I got inquisitive. Do you understand? I was wondering, like, why are guys like this? Why can't they just hold on to one girl? Do you understand? Why can't they just focus on one girl and let the others be? If it's not working, then you let them go. Do you understand? But no, they'll keep all of them. And I'm like, I can't, for the life in me, I really can never understand why guys do that. Do you understand? So something led to another. I had to meet one of those many girls that were always visiting this guy. She introduced herself as it's Joshua's girlfriend. I'm like, hi. She was like, it's Joshua's girlfriend. Joshua's girlfriend. I was like moved to like, so I'm using Joshua just to keep the the information of whoever is involved, right? So I'm just using Joshua, not like Joshua. Joshua is my brother's name. So Joshua, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to use your name, but yeah. So I'm like, Joshua's girlfriend. Well, it's not in my mouth that they will hear that Agbada Hukwaya. So I'm like, okay. So I just played along, but I was bothered because it's not my business. So it's not my business. So, but I felt bad for the girl because you are really not his girlfriend. Excuse you, what are you saying? But I felt bad and I kept like, I didn't want to be in such kind of situation where I know that this guy is not dating you, but you are the one dating the guy. Do you understand? So I'm like, I just played along. But you know, I was just hopeful that there would be a day that I would just hear from this guy and hear what he has to say. Do you understand? And so thank God that day came, and I'm like, but this girl introduced herself as your girlfriend. I'm like, but really, why do you have a lot of girls coming around? Can't you just find one of them? Is it that you just like to womanize? Because I see that you give all of them the same attention. You give all of them the same kind of access to you. I don't get it. Why? And he went, well, he has his boundaries. See, you see these guys, eh? If you mess yourself up, they will mess you up. Do you know, he went like, well, he made all of them, he has put all of them in their position. I would rather be single than let anybody think you want to play with me. Are you kidding me? So I'm like, I kind of have his contact. So one of these days I saw on his WhatsApp story, he was actually appreciating women in his life. You know, he was appreciating them, and you know, all those ladies, I saw all of them's picture. Do you understand? And he was stylishly using good words. So if this one sees this one, she'll feel like, I'm on his status. If the other one sees, she'll be like, he puts me on his status. He said this. But one thing I noticed, that he did hit the nail on the head. But there was a particular girl on his status that he actually hit the nail on the head by saying, okay, he didn't actually hit the nail on the head, because I know he was actually saving her own feelings as well. So he went, okay, this particular one, you know, my mom knows you, my dad knows you, you know, that kind of talk, just like making her hype her. That one too will feel okay. There, those ones are just friends. Do you understand? Like, this guy was playing a circle of girls, and they were all feeling important. They were all feeling important and special. How do guys do this? Like, how do people do this thing? I don't understand. Is it too much for you to have a girl and place her and you know, focus on her? If she's not working, you let her go. So that day, I'm like, oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So I'm like, okay. So my point here is that the others were having the notion that they were his girlfriend as well. So I'm like, if you know you have a girlfriend, why not place the boundary? Do you understand? Let this one and that one, and you know, let all of them know where they stand. Then if they choose to still come and be fooling themselves around you, then that's okay. But I was concerned because one of them has actually introduced herself to me as his girlfriend, of which I know she's not. Do you understand? So I'm like, I don't understand. And some girls are funny. There are some girls that, do you understand? So there are some girls that you will like tell that, okay, oh, see, I like you, but you know what, I'm not sure that, I don't see a future together with you. I'm not sure I can date you. That's a different thing. And the girl still chooses to come and be fooling herself around you. That's her own problem. But when she feels like she's your girlfriend, that means you're not being straight. That means you're not telling her, hey, madam, sister girl, please, this one, that one, this one, that one. But you are just having her around and enjoying her company, so to say. Do you understand? So here's my point. Nobody should ever, no lady should ever assume to be in a relationship with somebody if he's not straight with everything he's telling you. Like, if a guy likes you, do you understand, he will tell you ho-ha. Do you understand what I mean by ho-ha? He will tell you just as it is. He will tell you. I'm not trying to give you a particular way that he will tell you, but yeah, he will be like, girl, I really like you, I really want you, and I need you in my life. Do you understand? I need you in my life. I want you. Do you understand? You get? Not, let's see how it goes. Not just see how it go. You know, I really like you, as in, you're a really nice girl. Please read between the lines when guys are talking to you, when they are telling you. Some people just like your company. We ladies, we need to understand something. Not everybody will be your boyfriend. Not everybody that catches your eye should catch your heart. It can end in friendship. Oh, don't put yourself in a vulnerable state where you will now be heartbroken. Like, I feel like we do this to ourselves all the time. If a guy likes you, he will tell you straight up. Do you understand? If a guy really wants you, he will tell you straight up, and you will feel it. You will feel it. If you are not being infatuated, you will feel it. If he doesn't like you as well, if you know he just likes you as a friend, do you understand, and nothing more, you will as well feel it. You get? Please stop putting yourself in positions that you have to question whether am I beautiful enough? Am I good looking enough? Am I woman enough? My dear, you are enough. But he can't see that because he's not the one. Do you understand? So I've been in a situation whereby this guy would take care of me. He took care of me from my head to my toe. There is nothing this guy did not do for me. And I'm being totally honest. I'm being very honest with you so that, you can picture the situation. On this situation, we didn't have any sexual relationship whatsoever. Do you understand? When a guy is so there for you, I'm like, and you are already imagining relationship that he really likes me, that's why he's doing all these things. So, my sister, some people are really that nice, okay? Don't flatter yourself. He might be just really nice and he just really likes you. Do you understand? Another thing, that he might really like you, but he's not sure about you. But he's just trying to buy time to see if you really are the one, right? That's another thing. Another thing that I will not advise anybody to think is that some girls will say, he really likes me, but he's a very shy person. I think he's shy. That is why he doesn't want to talk. He's shy. For some of you that would have started sleeping with him already or something, he's shy. My sister, if he's shy, shoot your shot then. If he's shy, ask him, please, what do you think? What are we doing? Do you really like me, or you just want me, just like me as a friend, or you really see your future with me? I need to know because I'm catching feelings and I don't like how things are going. I need to be sure. I don't want to assume anything because tomorrow, if anything happens and you have already put your feelings and you have put everything on the line, he will now tell you, but I didn't tell you anything now. But I didn't say anything. I thought we're just friends. I thought we're just enjoying the moment. You have already taken it personal, but he did not take it personal. That is why you need to make sure that, he tells you what he wants from you. If it's friendship, then you know how to control your heart. That, okay, hello heart. They say they only want friend, or they don't want relationship. Do you understand? If he did not tell you, and if it's not straight, my sister, run for your life. Because they will form that they don't know what they are doing. No, they know what they are doing. No, they will form that, I'm not quite sure. He cannot tell you that it's not sure. See, once a man sees you, he knows what he wants from you. When you meet a man or a man meets you, he knows exactly what he wants from you. Don't fool yourself. Don't think, let's give it time. He will not, maybe, now I'm not saying immediately you see, he will tell you, I love you, I want to marry you. Do you understand? But you will know that, okay, there is a future in this. This man wants me, okay? You will know that he wants you for the long term and not for the short term. So you need to understand that and don't put yourself on the line to be heartbroken in the future. Because you will say, let's just give it time. Let's see how it goes. Please, my dear sister, when you are giving it time and seeing how it goes, give it a timeline. Don't ever put your life on hold indefinitely. Because while you are giving this person attention, he will be there wasting your time. At the end of the day, he will not tell you, things that didn't. My sister, don't place yourself in a situation where somebody will tell you, I thought we're just friends now. I thought you understood that we're just friends and catching feelings. Please, before you jump into any imaginary relationship, please be clear, speak, talk. Let there be a serious conversation. When you know, okay, maybe you just started with friendship, and all that kind of stuff. Please, when you feel like it's getting serious, please call for a conversation. You people should have a conversation. You people should talk this out so you know where you stand. But if after he has told you that, dear, I just like us as friends, and you still say, okay, let's see how it goes. Maybe you will like me as a girlfriend or as a wife. My sister, you're on your own. Do you understand? Because when a man meets you, he knows what he wants from you. And when he tells you what he wants from you, please believe him. Don't fine coat it. Don't tune it. Don't tune it to suit your situation or your heart. Please. It's better you break your heart by yourself at that time by saying, okay, yeah, I was catching feelings, but it wasn't really mutual. So you make a choice and move ahead than, let it grow to a certain level, and then that one, it will be the one that will now break your heart. So my sister, break your heart first by yourself and carry yourself with your dignity and move. Let me tell you, these guys are very corny. Some of them will even tell you that You are the only, they will not tell you straight though. They will not answer your question. They will tell you, but you are the only girl that comes. Have you met any woman in my house before? Have you met any girl in my house before? Have you seen any girl around me before? My sister, you are not omnipresent too. You don't know. Do you understand? And you probably don't have access to his phone to know who he's talking to. Even if you do, my dear, these people are smart. So don't imagine dating any guy. Another example of this kind of guys, they'll be like, you are the only one in my space. You know how these things are going. So why would you be thinking? Please, what I'm asking you in a nutshell is clarity. Clarity. What are we doing? Are we in a relationship? Let him be clear. Do you get? Some guys will use play. They will be playing with you. They will use play, like they'll be joking with you and be wasting your time. They'll be saying, I beg now you sabi all those kind of things. Now you know, what are you saying? Now you me, I don't know. So all this why you don't know that you're the one I want. They'll be saying it with joke. My sister, let them say it with serious face. So ask for seriousness. Let them be serious when they're saying those things to you. Don't let them play with you. Don't let anybody. Don't play yourself. Because really, if somebody likes you, you will know the way they chat with you, the way they call you. So you can't tell me somebody wants you or somebody really likes you and he will not hear your voice in the day and you are okay. Come on now. Even if he doesn't call you too far, I mean, he will check up on you with a text or something. Somebody cannot just be off 2 days, 3 days. A week time, you will not say, you just forgot about me. They will just come with that stupid line. You just forgot about me. Let me check up on me. This one, that one. And then people will start fooling yourself again. My dear, don't let any guy fool you. And you yourself, don't fool yourself. If you feel like you have a good friend and you're catching feelings already, and him is also giving you signals, but his signals are not straight, with your dignity, call him. Please. What are we? Some guys will even go as far as saying, asking you, who is that guy talking to you? Who is that guy calling you? Like they care. My sister, they don't care. They will chase everybody around you away and they will not stand for you when nobody is there. Do you understand? They will use time and make you like you'll be trying to commit to him and be chasing all your other friends away or chasing all the potential suitors or guys that are coming around you away, thinking that this guy really likes you because he's asking you who is that guy that's asking you out, who is that guy that's talking to you, so you're not having a guy friend. My dear, don't get carried away. He might just be playing with you. Some people are wicked. I'm not saying all the guys, but some are really wicked. They know that they don't want you or they don't really love you as much, but they will want to keep you around and stop you from talking to other people so that they can have your full attention, but you don't have their full attention. They will form that they are not romantic, that I don't know how to say, they will form they are not romantic, but my dear, you need to hear them when they are talking to the person they really love. You will now know that babala romantic lele. You go know say now Mr. Romantic. Maybe you know as ladies sometimes we like all these text messages, all these random texts and all that kind of things. And they be like, I don't have time for all these things. I'm not the calling type. I'm not the texting type. Oga, which type are you? If a guy really loves you or a man really loves you, there is always something that he does to make sure that he tickles your heart. Do you understand? Because it's a mutual feeling. The way he's feeling is when he sends it to you, you will feel it like that and you will feel it. Don't play yourself by thinking, he's not the romantic type, that's why he's not sending message. A guy that loves you will have something that he's doing. Do you understand? If he's not calling you, he's texting you. Do you understand? If he's not texting you, I don't know how to explain it. There must be something he's doing. So if he's not doing, if you are the one calling, you are the one that called last time you talked, you are the one who called the last 2 times, you are the one always calling. And then whenever you call, he's always sweet. Like, hey babe, what's up? How you doing? If you don't call for 2 days, he will not call you. Then whenever you call again, he will act all nice and sweet, like there wasn't a break. Like, seriously, my dear, anybody that wants you will chase after you just the way you're chasing after him. Any man that loves you will chase after you just the way you're chasing after him. My dear, if the energy is not measuring up, please ask for clarity. So after you people have that conversation, that meeting, you will know exactly where you stand in this man's life. One thing I will not advise any lady to do is to assume. Don't assume anything in a relationship. Always ask questions. Always ask direct questions and get direct answers. So you know where you stand. If tomorrow he said, but you said this now. Do you understand? You can be able to defend yourself. But when there is nothing to stand up to, tomorrow if he dump you, there's nothing. He'll tell you, but we didn't say anything now. I thought you understood that we're just, buying time. We're just enjoying the moment. That's what you will hear. If you don't want to be heartbroken at the end of the day, because you were imagining that you were in a relationship with a guy. Please ask for clarity. Okay, always ask for clarity. Ask, call meetings. I don't understand. What are we doing? What are we doing? Can you just explain to me? What do you think? Do you really like me, or do you just give him options? Do you just like me as a friend, or you just like me as an acquaintance, or you just see me as a sister? Do you understand? Ask him and let him be clear. Don't see when you ask this question, also wait for definite answers. Do you understand? Don't let him use you and go around rigmarole and tell you, but you're the only one I know now. But since I've been talking, have you seen any woman with me? But since we've met, do you see any woman come to my house? And have you seen me talking? No. That's not what we're talking about. Do you understand? Do you see me as girlfriend? So you know how to act. Do you get? So you know where you stand. So it won't be as if you're just imagining, you're just building castles in the air with this person. Some guys are really like that. If you get somebody where they talk to on a steady, do you understand? Maybe distance or time is not making him have complete conversation with that person, and you are the one that is close by, you are the one that is around, you are the one that can always come around, and so he's trying to make you feel special. My dear, don't let anybody use you to comfort their lonely self. Please, you are special and you're somebody's prayer point. All right, so if he's not treating you the way you know you deserve to be treated, if you're in such kind of situation, you are thinking, is it because I'm not beautiful? Is it because of my family? Is it because of where I came from? Is it because, if you start questioning your identity, if you start questioning your personality because somebody is not being clear about theirs, about their feelings towards you, then you need to sit down and ask yourself. Because I've been there. I'll be thinking, is it because of where I'm coming from? Is it because of where I live? Is it because my parents are not rich? You start thinking wide. You start having mental breakdowns. Please, you are somebody's prayer point. You are somebody's queen. You are somebody's desire. And when you meet that person, you will know you are not asking for too much. When you meet that person, you will know that I knew that something was wrong, because you know that this person, this energy is measuring up. This energy is leveling up. Okay, so maybe you're not the one. That's why you're not getting the one treatment. Please, okay. And sometimes, this guy might be feeling you and you'll be feeling this guy, but this guy is not doing enough. You can as well ask him. Maybe you have not just called his attention to you, because we have different love languages, and people do things the way they, the way they deem fit. So, but if you can call him and ask him, but then when you're talking, be like, okay, but if he now tells you that I want you, I need you, do you think I'm joking here? This one down, then be like, but these are the things that I expect you to do and you're not doing. That's where communication comes in. And probably, maybe he's the one. But if he's going around telling you about his village people, telling you about where he's coming from, telling you about his ex-relationship and how, he can't trust anybody again, so he's taking his time, my dear, he won't use the whole year to take his time. Give him time. But if you know that, this guy is not just serious, pack your slippers and run. You won't have to beg for love. You won't have to beg your own significant other to love you, to call you, to text you. Do you understand? These things comes naturally because there's a mutual feeling. Do you get? So please, dear, don't assume anything and don't date yourself. Some guys are funny. Some guys are really funny. They will play with you. If you make yourself available for anybody to play with you, my dear, they will play with you. If you take your stand, maybe they will eventually realize and come back and see that, oh, I really like this girl, or maybe I was not serious, or I was taking time. Sometimes they might catch up with you. Maybe we are still single by that time, but sometimes you have already moved on. So it's their luck. Do you get? But please, don't sit around in a situation where you know you can get better, or where you know you deserve better, where you know you can get more. Do you get? So I hope you learned something, and my bottom line for this conversation, for this whole plenty talk, is don't date yourself. Don't assume that he loves you. Don't assume that he wants you. Ask questions and let him be clear about how he feels about you. Alright? And that's it. But if it's not clear, then you know where you stand. If it's clear, then you know where you stand. I hope you learned something, and I hope this video was informative enough. If you liked this video, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
In the great outdoors.